Alright gang, welcome back to our survival challenge here in New Frontier. It is now August day 1. I'm actively in the process of pulling some trees to the sawmill up from near where our only crop field so far currently is, or resides. We talked about in the last episode how we were going to try to expand it out a little bit, square it off a little bit on that one side, and that's what we're doing. So, our sawmill has a little bit of space here for some more. I don't know if we're going to be able to get all the trees that we knocked down up there or not. We knocked down about 8 to 10. Something like that. This is the first 4. So we'll see what it accepts and what it doesn't. Hopefully all of it, but you never know. Doesn't have that much room in it. We've had it pretty much maxed out for the last couple of episodes. Alright, let's see how much room is left in there now after those 4 went in there. Okay, we've got a little bit. We got about 16,000 liters of space there, so we might be able to get all the trees in there. I don't know. In any case, we're going to continue carrying those trees from up there back down here to the sawmill, and then we need to bring some wood beams up to our log cabin construction project. We do have 2,000 liters of it, which is what it was remaining that we needed. So that's good. So we'll take care of that. I think I was off on that. I think it was just 8 trees. Well, I did say 8 to 10, didn't I? Anyway. And then when that's done, what we're going to do is we're going to, well, more than likely we're going to get the plow out. We're going to plow up this area here, try to square it off a little bit, this awkward little corner we got going on here that was going around the trees. We'll square that off as best we can. And then, we'll put something in the ground, hopefully. We do have seasons on, so we got to see what we can actually put in the ground, if anything. I don't even know if we can put anything in the ground or not, to be honest with you. I think that's all the trees. No, there's one more tree. We missed one. Okay. Alright, well, there's 9 trees. Still, I was pretty close. I said 8 to 10. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. I moved the trailers over there, as you can see, just kind of lined them up against that tree. I don't know exactly where I want to put them yet, so that's something we're going to work on. Now, technically, we could mow this grass field again right now, but as you can see, it's a little sparse. It's not the best. We should really wait for another month, so that's what I think we're going to do. I didn't get to accomplish a whole lot off camera here between the last episode and this one. Mostly because, really, we need the space for the trees to be able to do a whole lot. I did throw a couple of trees in there, but not really anything major. And that only got to 137,000? Really? All those trees? That's it? Weird. Okay. I would have thought that would have put us way above that. That's weird. Anyway, let's go get this last tree. And then we'll start working on this field up here a little bit more. We don't have a whole lot of money right now. Like I said, we might look at the actual prices there of the wood and see if maybe there's something that we could sell to make a little bit of money for us, but those other 2 trees over there that you saw right there that are kind of out there by themselves, we are not allowed to cut those down. So that's kind of the extent of our land over there. You'll see it again here in a second when we bring the plow up here. Now, the drill we got, I don't know if it's a direct drill. Remember, we upgraded our drill. I don't recall if it's a direct drill or not, so we might have to plow the whole field. I don't know, or at least cultivate the field if we don't. Great Plains Solid Stand, 1500. Okay. Let's see if we can find this guy. It cannot seed directly, so we will have to be plowing or cultivating it up. And in this instance, we're probably just going to plow it at this point, because we're going to be plowing everything else I should have been taking a wider turn here. The angle would come down from up there with the trees. It doesn't really give you a whole lot of room to turn, so you've got to really give it a whip, if you will, to get it to come down where you want it to. Alright, perfect. So let's drop this off. We'll just set it right there for right now. Let's see. What do we get to? Probably 140. 139, 304. Okay. Still dealing with the cough and nasally issue, gang. It's just remnants from the flu that I was dealing with for a while. So, I apologize and do the best I can to not, but sometimes I have to. All right. So we're leaving a little bit of area there because we're going to make a track up here. We talked about that, right? Maybe I should get rid of these trees up here, too. I could expand it out that way. It'd still be awkward, though. We'll wait on expanding it up there. We'll wait. We'll wait up there. Whether that's the right thing to do or not, we're going to wait. Really, we should probably be looking for soon getting a second tractor. I think that would be useful here. We're getting, well, we're not huge yet, but our farm itself is starting to get a lot bigger, right? We're starting to have a lot more things to do, a lot more objectives that have to be completed. So it might be good to have a couple of tractors so we could have, you know, a worker doing something for us in the interim if we need to. Alright, that is all taken care of. We just got to go get the stump grinder here. We get rid of the stumps, and then we can continue plowing up this field here. It's going to take a while to plow this field. It's a pretty decent-sized field. Now, when we're done with that, we're going to re-drill the field, obviously, if we can drill it with anything. Like I said, I don't know for sure. We haven't really looked at that yet, but if we can re-drill it, we will re-drill it with something. If not, we might just let it sit there and be plowed for a little while until it's time for us to be able to put something in we want to put in. And then after that, we're probably going to start working on down here, right? We mentioned that we kind of shifted gears a little bit, and we're going to put a field going that way, right? And put a track going between the two. This one will not always be a grass field. I'm just telling you that right now. For now, it's going to be because we are still in the process of taking out trees up in this area, right? And then we're going to need to drive across that. So I really don't want to put a crop in there and kill that crop because we do have crop destruction on. So we're going to leave that as grass for a little while. Plus, it's making us a ton of money. There's one more stump I missed down here, I think. Drove right over it. Alright, I think that's it. I'm going to leave this over here, though, just in case, because, as you know, there's been many times where we think we've got them all and we've missed one. We'll put that there for right now. Before we start plowing this field up, let's actually go ahead and grab the wood beams and bring them over here to our log cabin construction project. Because I will probably forget about it if I don't do it now, so let's do it now. Alright, this is going to be probably pretty difficult. We're probably going to spawn a bunch of planks out of here. We're going to have to move those again, too. There you go. Prime example right there. More planks spawned. Okay. Or don't. Or don't tank it. That's fine, too. Well, that went well. That went about as well as you can expect. Alright, we're just going to do it by hand. Forget it. Alright, that's one of the ones we need. But we're probably going to spawn a bunch of other stuff before the other wood beam comes out, unfortunately. It's probably good to keep a couple of these on the side like we have right now, just in case. I don't think we're going to, but just in case the construction project needs some more of the regular planks. But I don't think it's going to. I think it's mostly going to be beams and maybe long planks. Planks long, whatever. Yep, that's kind of what I expected to happen, unfortunately. That looks like a wood beam. Perfect. Let's see if we can do this again. Remember last time how disastrous this was when I attempted this, so... And it's just because of the height of the sawmill versus... No, no, no. No, 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 no. Alright, there we go. Alright, just be careful here, Z. Don't go too fast. Don't do any kind of crazy sporadic turns or anything that you are accustomed to doing. And we'll be golden. It's getting there, man. We're getting real close. As you can see, we've got the second level already being made now. Perfect. Yep, that's what we needed. Perfect. Alright. Let's get the plowing up here, gang. We'll get the field going here. And we can start drilling it, hopefully. Let's do a quick save here before, in case something crashes on me or anything like that. Seems that other individuals have also mentioned that they've been having the same issue I have, even on PC, so the flickering thing. So, but what I did seems to fix it. So, changed the point of the view, the perspective a little bit, changed the performance stuff. Seemed to help. So, hopefully that's the case. All right, we can plant canola. So it looks like it's going to be canola because that's the only thing really we can plant. We could wait a month and then do barley, and wheat. But, yeah, we'll put canola in there. That's fine. I'm fine with canola. And don't let me forget, gang, I have oat in our one trailer. Don't let me forget that. At some point, we're going to have to sell it. Problem right now, we don't have a silo of any sort, so it's just being stored underneath the cover in the actual trailer itself. So when the time comes that we might want to sell some of that wood, the pallets that we already have spawned out, I'm going to have to sell the oat or buy a silo for it because that is the trailer we're utilizing to, that's the trailer we're utilizing to be able to carry pallets of stuff. So, alright, let's get to it here, gang. It's going to take a while. This is a big field. But we'll get it done. It won't take too long, actually, now that I say that. We'll get it done.
Alright, we're making some good progress here, gang. It's taking longer than I expected, and the steering assist, as you saw, I'm sure, I tried to do it twice, is not going the way that I wanted it to go, so it wants me to go the up and down. I wanted to go this way, left to right for a little while. I also think I'm going to clean up down there. As you saw, it's pretty curvy down there. We can try to square that off a little bit, get rid of a few more trees down there, so I'm going to carry on here, continuing plowing up this field. When I'm done, I'll be back with you, and we'll go from there. Alright, gang, the rain has begun, and I have finished, or completed, plowing up the field here. I did knock down some trees here. I mentioned there at the end I was going to try to square this off down here, so I did that a little bit as well.
we need to pull these trees out so we can actually accomplish that goal. I don't think we're going to be able to get all of these, unfortunately, into the sawmill, but that's okay. We will still get them out of the way here so we can extend this field a little bit more and try to make it a little bit easier to manage and deal with. I might have to do a situation where I take a couple of them at a time based off of where they currently are. That one, I might have an issue getting out of that tree too, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how this goes. Now I am tearing up all of the ground here, clearly. That's okay. That's alright. I need to pull it this way. I don't even know if it's going to let me. Oh boy. That's part of the problem too, is sometimes I might get stuck here in other trees. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. There we go. There you go. So when we're done doing this and kind of rounding this off a little bit, we'll probably get the drill out, the new drill, and drill this field. And then when we're done from there, we'll see where we are time-wise. We'll probably start maybe expanding the grass field up here a little bit closer to the road, as I mentioned we would do. And then start plowing out what will be our second field over here. Well, I guess it's technically the third, but this one's just a grass field. Our second actual crop field. I'm going to have to drive around a little bit further with this. I did not go at this at the right angle. Perfect. So head up here and get the other ones. Hopefully I can get them out. Yeah, and we'll see where we're at time-wise on the episode. Alright, I was able to get them all out, gang. It was a bit of a struggle to get them out there, but we did get them all out, so now it's just a matter of us carrying them all the way down here. Evidently it's a lot heavier than it seems because it is going at a very slow pace here. There we go. Getting up to speed now, finally. So yeah, the rain's here, so it's a good thing we don't have to do any more harvesting. We can just literally drill, and we should be able to drill in the rain. It shouldn't be any problem there. I do want to look at the prices of the pallets of wood over there. Once again, I'm pretty sure they're still going to be pretty decent, so we might sell some of those today. Potentially. Try to make a little bit of extra money, because we only have $7,000, right? We spent a lot of money in the last episode with the harvester and everything else. So, probably be good to have a little bit more of a buffer with the money here for a couple of episodes. I'm going to have to pick that guy up. Or it's full, one of the two. Yeah, I would think it can fit it, but maybe not. Perfect. Alright, so let's drop off the winch here. We'll go back and pick the plow up, and we will finish squaring off or expanding, however you want to say it, the field up there. And we'll grab the drill, and we'll get to work. Obviously, I'm going to have to get rid of the stumps too, but we'll plow that up and try to square it off a little bit better first before we get rid of the stumps, and then we'll take care of those guys. No, I'm driving all over the plowed field here, screwing it all up, but that's all right. That's all right. We're spinning our wheels here. I'm not even using. I know I could utilize the map, right, to try to get it perfectly straight, but as long as it's close enough here, I'm pretty happy with it. It's not doing these turns like we have down here. I'll be fine with that. Come on, get to going. This is taking an eternity. Wasn't really expecting it to go this slow down here on the flat area. Now, really what we need to be doing here is trying to save up and get a bit of a cultivator. It's going to be easier for us to take care of the fields here than just doing the plowing every single time. You saw how slow and monotonous and how long it took to do the plowing of this field, so a cultivator would help speed up the process a little bit. So we're going to look for that here, hopefully in the next couple of episodes. Once we're able to gain some money back, hopefully we can grab one of those. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go drop this off over here. We'll put it away here in a second, but we're just going to get it out of the way for now. Go get the stump grinder, which is over on the other side of the field. I probably should have tried to take away that little tiny tree right there, too. Maybe I still will. Because that's kind of a bit of an awkward angle there. I guess it really depends on if I can get rid of one of those big trees there, because I'd want to get rid of that, even though it might not be a part of the field specifically. I'd want to get rid of that just because for your, your turning radius and things like that, just to make it easier. I think it's just this guy. I think we're done. I think. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Looks pretty good to me. We're going to call it good, and I'll leave it over here just in case I run across. Oh, that's something. That was something. I don't think the whole thing got removed. Did now. I'll leave it over here just to be safe, just in case, and then we can move it back later on. Let's get the drill out. Let's get to work. Did open up the area a little bit behind the sheep, ever so slightly, but there's still enough trees there that I really don't think it makes that big of a difference or a deal for us. I don't know where I was going there. I was driving way past the barn. Alright, so we're going to have to fill this sucker up. This is going to cost us a little bit of money. Shouldn't be too bad, though. Yeah, it was a little pricey. We're down to 3,571. No. First of all, I have the wrong crop on. It'd be smart if I actually flipped to the correct crop there. And perfect. We are underway. Nice. Yeah, this is pulling it no problem at all. This is fantastic. We'll go around the headland here a couple of times, and then we're going to probably talk a little bit more about the selling of those pallets of wood, if it's decently priced. I don't know if it is still or not. We will look at that. If it is, we're going to sell those so we can make some money, and then I'm probably going to spend a little bit of time here towards the end of the episode, start to put in at least some of the track work that we've been talking about for a number of episodes. We've done a little bit, but there's some more that can be done now that I would like to do, I think. Especially some of the tracks like the one coming up here near and around this field. We've talked about that for a long time, and I don't think that track opinion will change at all. My opinion of where I want it, I think it's pretty almost built and made to be where I'm going to put it at over there on the side of the hill, so I think we can work on that one. It just really depends on if we have the money to do so or not today. Now, I will admit I am doing this episode in 2 separate days. I ran out of time when I was working on it. Had some life things to go do, so I did that. But I'm doing this on the next day, so it's not a big deal. Probably don't really notice it much, but if my voice sounds a little bit different for some reason, now you know. That's why. Alright, it wants to do 4 headlands. Whew, okay. Well, we'll do 4 headlands, I guess. Really, I need to be doing more of the up and down traditional headlands before I do these. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to just kind of shift gears and do that. This is where the track I'm planning to do is just kind of run up around the edge here with the field, and then up to here. And then it's going to stop somewhere up in here for right now, because I'm not really sure if I'm going to do anything over here or not. We'll see. Okay, so let's do a quick save, obviously. It's been a bit. Let's see. How's our prices here? They're not bad. They're not bad. I think we are going to put them on selling. We've got enough wood that I'm not too concerned about it, and we might slow down a little bit. Wood beam isn't bad either. It might slow down a little bit our ability to speed up the process of getting the log cabin done, but I'm not too concerned if that takes a little bit longer. That's, you know, we're not anywhere near at a point where we're going to finish this series anytime soon, so that's fine to me if it makes it go a little bit, or last a little bit longer. I have to realign this again. There's not enough room for me to turn around back there. That's why you want to do those headland passes, really. So I think given that understanding, let's go ahead. We're going to turn them all on selling right now. There's enough, I feel like, sitting out that it's not that big of a deal. The wood chips, that's going to make us a ton of money. But again, wood chips, not anywhere near the time for wood chips yet. Those are going to be really January, December, January. And it's 541 right now. We're not going to do that. I don't want to deal, I don't want to lose that amount of money. It's a pretty significant change there. It will not let me turn. Sometimes it does that. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it'll be on its path, and we're not even actually on the field, and it still keeps you going straight. on an area. It's kind of weird to me sometimes that happens. But whatever. So let's carry on here, gang, getting this taken care of. Shouldn't take us too long to finish the rest of this. Might have to fill back up with the fertilizer, I don't know. Actually, probably not, but we'll carry on here. We'll see where we get to. All right, we are nearly done with the field here, gang. It's been a bit of a struggle to get it going, but we got it there, so we'll be happy with that. You also see that it did flip over to 1,500, and we made some money from the wood. We're up to 17,933, which is great. Really, what I wanted, what I was hoping for, was to get a decent profit out of that. So what we'll probably end up doing is everything else that you see sitting outside, more than likely we're going to keep it for a little bit. Don't hold me to it. We may sell it within the next episode. Hell, we might sell it at the end of this episode. I don't know yet, but my vision is at least keep it for a little while to see what the log cabin needs next, and we probably will check that here when we're done drilling this field, because it may already be through those wood beams. As you recall, in the last episode, we had to only put in 2 wood beams. That's all we had. So we had to put 2 more in today, or in this episode, rather. So it may already be through that 2,000 liters of wood beams, and it may already have what the next step is, what we need for the next step, rather. Alright, I think it's done. You also probably saw me in the time-lapse trying to back this thing up, and I kept jackknifing it every time. This thing is very easy to jackknife. I've got to get that in my head. I got to be very careful when I'm backing up with the drill here. You know what? We're going to change where the drill goes from now on. We're going to put the drill over here with the harvester from now on. There's plenty of room in here for it. It'll be easier for me to back it into. I don't have poles and things to worry about. Because as you probably recall, in that barn over there, there's those poles, and they're very close to the edges of the width of the drill itself. So, okay, so that's done. So let's do another quick save here, just in case we get a glitch issue again, as we've had earlier on in this series. Just trying to double check everything and be safe now with all that. Wood beam. We need 1,000 liters of wood beam. Okay, so perhaps I should turn the wood beam back off. I think we sold one. Damn. Alright, we'll put the wood beam back on storing for now. Let's see if there's a wood beam over here. There may be, but I don't think so. Wood beam does take a significant amount of time longer to get than the other ones. No, that is a plank long. Okay, so there's no wood beam right now, so we can't do anything for that today. In this episode, rather. But that's okay. That's alright. So, let's work on putting the track in. And then we'll start probably, we're not going to finish it, but we'll start outlining the beginning of a new field. So let me get this over here out of the way. I'll get the saw, the saw. What is a saw? I'll get the stump grinder. I'll take care of that off camera. So this is going to be kind of, it's all going to be manual right here, gang, so I could screw it up. But we're going to attempt to do it manually and see how it goes. I need to find some kind of dirt ground that I like. We really don't want, I mean, we could do gravel, I guess. Maybe gravel would make a little bit more sense. Yeah, maybe we do gravel. Or maybe one of these rocks. I just, the problem is I don't want to waste a bunch of money if it's not really what I want, if that makes any sense. So this is where we're going to have the entrance at. If you can see the tracks here, you see those tracks right there? I don't know why this is blue when I'm in this range. I guess it's because of the asphalt. I don't know, but it's very weird. Anyway, speaking of that, and the rendering, I mean, I don't know how much you noticed it. I'm sure you did. It was pretty bad rendering here when we were trying to drill the field, man. It was pretty terrible. Like, they've got to fix that. Like, that is unacceptable. Alright, so let's just try something like this. Might be too wide, but let me go look at it and see how it looks from the ground level. Do we like that as our ground, though? I don't know. I guess so. I mean, I guess it kind of matches a little bit to this. So I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. No. Okay. Yeah, I think that works. I think that's fine. Alright. This is not going to be the best probably you've ever seen, but that's alright. We can always fix it, right? We just do, if we get it close enough, we can come back and touch it up with other grass and stuff, and then we can put meadow down. Definitely need to do it there. That was not the best job right there, Z. Just kind of connect it there. And we can always change this later if we don't end up liking it, once we get a little bit of a better idea, right? But I just kind of want to run it with this tree line, if you will, up to here. And then I'm going to kind of leave it like that for now. We'll probably change it again, I would think, once I get a little better idea of what we're going to have up by our log cabin when it's all done, said and done, right? Because we'll probably put in some other things there in that area, I would think. So this area is already kind of opened up, so we can just utilize that to our advantage. Yeah. I mean, it is not perfect by any means, but it's not terrible either, gang. That's not terrible. Now, this track, I plan to kind of go like this and then come back down here and around here. I'm still undecided on if I want to have, the track kind of break off from here over to here too. We might do that. I don't know yet. So let's just run it here. All right, that's good. Oh, no. Oh, those stupid trees. Ah, look at those. Ah, those stupid trees. Ah, man, they screwed me. Screws up the camera, and that's why you did that. Dang it. All right, well, that's still not bad. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's going to work out well. It kind of matches up with the ground here anyway. But what that does mean is I have to go back here, re-plow that up, and re-drill it. Ugh. Damn. At least it was only a small little spot there. It could have been a lot worse. If we were utilizing like the big, massive paint circles, that would have been real bad. Real bad. I think the most difficult part here is I'm making sure I don't screw everything else up in the process. And what I mean by that is there's this part right here that's kind of close to the edge, and I've got to turn on create fields. Hopefully that's enough. Yeah, it's enough. Well, that didn't exactly go to plan, but that's all right. Let's see, let's drive down it. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll drive down over here too, because why not? Obviously, if we're driving up this way, we're more than likely not going to have a whole lot attached to this. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. It depends on how I want to do the tracks. These might be a little bit too close. Might be a little bit too close. But it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it's going to be overrun by grass anyway, right? That's how normal gravel tracks work anyway. Unless you're utilizing that gravel track a ton, which I don't imagine us utilizing the one going up to the house all that often. At least not very much. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just how I feel about it. Now, we haven't rolled that field yet. We should probably roll the field. We probably will roll the field. Actually, more than likely, we'll have the worker do a lot of the rolling of the field. Granted, I do know we've had this conversation many times before, right? About if you have the worker doing the rolling the entire time, you're probably not really making a whole lot of extra money from that extra yield bonus boost, but it's all right. Because you got to pay the worker the fees, right, for their hourly wages and everything else. Alright, perfect. Turn that off, go put this back away. And we'll get the plow and begin, at least somewhat. Actually, you know what? We're not going to start on the new field today. I lied to you guys, I'm sorry. We'll just do the rolling. We're getting up there, we'll just do the rolling. What we really need to do is get a second tractor here so then I can do, have the worker doing stuff that I hate, like rolling. And just doing other jobs in general, right? It would just be helpful to have a secondary tractor. As we get bigger here, we're definitely going to need one. We're going to need workers doing stuff for us. Come on, rollers. You take forever. The nice thing about this roller, though, is it does have a good speed, right? 9 mile per hour is a decent speed. It really doesn't take too long to do a field when you have a 9 mile per hour speed that you're going at. In comparison to what we've been doing when we were dealing with the plow and how slow we were going, 2-3 mile per hour on average. That's it's pretty useful, man. It's not too bad. All right, I want to do one quick thing here, and I'll bring it back up probably in the next episode since this is so late into this one, but I want to welcome a new member that just joined, actually, between the time that I was working on this episode and now. I just saw it pop up as a notification. 151 Tuck, TUK. Hopefully I didn't pronounce that right. Thank you so much for becoming a member, man. I appreciate you. I'll make sure I get the ending credits here updated so your name's at the end here for this episode as well. That rendering still happened. You can see it right here, plain as day. It's just so. I don't know how this game got through testing. How did this get through QA? How did they get through quality assurance testing for consoles? I mean, from what I can hear, it's happening on a lot of PCs as well. So, how did this get approved? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me how this got approved in the state that it's currently in. I mean, it's still a good game. It still runs fine for the most part, but these little rendering issues, it's unacceptable. At this point, it's just not. Yeah, we'll keep it as unacceptable. It's unacceptable. We'll keep it at that. We did make a little bit more money, as you can see. Not a whole lot, but a little bit more. So some more wood clearly sold when it hit 1,600. Because we're at 18,409 now. I'm going to leave it all on selling for the night, with the exception of the wood beams. Those will not. Like I said, we need those, so we'll keep those on storing, and then hopefully the next episode, when the next episode happens, hopefully we'll have enough loaded up there to be able to spawn a wood beam for us. Okay, let's put this on a worker. Awesome. So let the worker continue on here, gang. We're going to leave the episode at this point. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate it if you smashed the like button and the subscribe button if you're new around here. It's absolutely free to do both of those. It helps me out more than you could possibly imagine. And I will see each and every single one of you in the next episode.